Some yes, some no. So in the shiur that we did about hell, or Gehenom we call it, there are 7 parts to Gehenom. There are 7 chambers of Gehenom. Each one of the 7 has parts within it. The first 6 chambers have a sentence that ends, meaning it starts at some point. Some of it is 1 day, 1 year, 10 years, 10 million years, different amount of time, because there's no concept of time like it is here. But at some point, the first 6 end. The 7th one begins and never ends, even after Mashiach will come. And there are 3 different major sins that cause a person to go to the 7th one, where if they go in there, they'll never come out. You guys are supposed to have a question about that. What are the 3 sins? First sin, Chilul Shabbat. Somebody that violates Shabbat on purpose, meaning they know that they're not allowed to drive on Shabbat, but they still drive on Shabbat. They know that they're not allowed to watch TV on Shabbat, and they still watch TV on Shabbat. They know they're not allowed to light fire on Shabbat, and they still do it, and they never do tshuva. Meaning, if they've done it once, twice, 1,000 times, but then eventually did tshuva, they stopped, and they started keeping Shabbat, then they're okay. But if they died without doing tshuva, or Mashiach came before they did tshuva, and they're still considered mechalel Shabbat, then they go to the 7th place in Gehenom and they never leave. That's one. Second sin is wasting seed. A guy that knows that he's not allowed to waste seed, and he still does it. And he never does tshuva for it, goes there and never comes out. By the way, the woman that leads him to do it, she's not exactly innocent either. That's the second problem. Third thing is Chilul Hashem. Somebody that desecrates Hashem's name. Somebody that takes the Torah and throws it in the garbage. Desecrates Hashem's name by being one of these Jews that makes deals with the Palestinian terrorists. Or somebody that has a hat and a beard but really is a thief. Or is a womanizer, or goes to the casino, or different things like that. Somebody desecrates Hashem's name. That's a 3, briefly speaking. There are some more details and subcategories that also go to such places, but the point being, these are the 3 major categories. So, to avoid that chamber is very, very simple. Keep Shabbat, don't waste seed, and do everything possible to sanctify Hashem's name instead of desecrating it. To avoid the 7th one is actually simple. Unfortunately, we live in a generation where people don't know and don't care. So many of them, unfortunately, if they don't do tshuva, they'll be in a very, very bad situation. Not forever, but for a very, very long time. Sometimes forever, depending on whether you did tshuva for it or not. If you never did tshuva, if you marry a goy and you never did tshuva, then you have a very serious problem, because that is wasting seed. Every time a man is with a woman, seed comes out of him. Every time that seed cannot produce, does not have a chance of producing a Jewish child, it's considered wasting seed. It's a very, very serious problem. Now, sometimes the person does a partial tshuva. He does tshuva, but already after he caused some damage. If he did not do a full tshuva, then he doesn't go to Gehenom forever. He goes to Gehenom for a certain amount of time, and then he gets reincarnated as a dog. He gets reincarnated as maybe a pit bull, a poodle, Rottweiler, something. Not all dogs have neshamot in them. Some do, some don't.